I've always been on the search for a productivity mouse which is perfect for me, and I believe I've found the one. This is the G502 Lightspeed from Logitech, and I believe it's the G502 in its final perfect form. After owning two prior G502s before this mouse, I'm quite like the G502 lineup from Logitech. They're great mice, great features, excellent build quality, and they always have great sensors. And I believe the Lightspeed variant of the G502 is literally the perfect version. I can't see Logitech making this any better. Some good features stay the same and some get even better. As this is a Lightspeed model, it offers Logitech's Lightspeed wireless technology, and this is pretty much perfect at this point. Logitech have mastered wireless technology and is indistinguishable in terms of latency to a wire. It connects to a PC via a USB Type-A dongle, and it unfortunately has no Bluetooth support, but for me that's not a problem at all. However, if you're on a Mac or want to use Bluetooth, maybe the MX Master version 3 might be a better choice for you. Even though this mouse is wireless, it's still lighter than the regular G502. It's gone on a diet of 5 grams, taking it down from 118 down to 113 grams when there's no weights in it. Speaking of weights, like the regular G502, this comes with weight and you can bump the weight up by a bit. I can't remember off the top of my head, I'll put it on screen. The scroll wheel is slightly different on this mouse, however it remains functionally the same. There's rubber on it now and I think it is a lot better than the regular G502 scroll wheel. However, functionally it is totally the same. I think it just feels quite a bit better. There's two ways of charging this thing. You can charge it through the conventional USB micro connector, which is a terrible connector. I don't know why it's still a thing on this, and that is quite a big drawback for me because I just hate that connector. Or you could use Logitech's PowerPlay mouse mat thingy, and that charges it wirelessly, so you'd never even have to hook it up to a wire, which is pretty great. I want to try that out, but I just don't have one of them mouse mats. And speaking of the battery, it also has a battery indicator feature where you can assign that to one of the buttons in the G-Hub software, and you press it and it shows up how much battery you've got in terms of like colours. So green, which is quite charged, and yellow, it's almost dead, and red, it's about to die. So that's a good feature, I guess. Some of the stuff, as I've mentioned, has stayed the same, so you still get the same 11 programmable buttons, which is fully customizable in Logitech's G-Hub software. It also has excellent tracking, and this is thanks to the Hero 25K sensor, which is pretty much the pinnacle of mouse sensors on the market today. It's an optical sensor and it works flawlessly. I know at the start of this video I mentioned I got this for productivity uses. However, it wouldn't be a Pro Yam Yam PC video without any gaming content in it. As the G502 falls under Logitech's gaming brand, obviously I've got to go over gaming, and for gaming it's kind of a love-hate relationship with the G502 for me. I love the extra buttons, stuff like that, but I hate the weight, especially for shooters. This thing is so damn heavy. So if you're more into single player games or strategy games, that sort of thing, the G502 will do you very well, or if you like heavier mice. However, if you want to get more into shooters, I do recommend mice like the G Pro X Superlight, G Pro Wireless, or if you want to get something from Razer or other brands, something like the Viper Ultimate, stuff like that, they are better for shooters in my opinion. For productivity, I think the G502 is the best under Logitech's gaming brand. I think it rivals the MX Master 3. I haven't used that, but I've compared them on a site called Ratings. I'll drop that down in the description below. And the G502 Lightspeed came pretty close to the MX Master 3. When I'm not gaming, I'm using my G502. It's great for web browsing, video editing, photo editing, all that sort of stuff, and that scroll wheel is just so clutch, especially for web pages. So who would benefit the most from buying a G502 Lightspeed? I think the person who hates wires, they like heavier mice, and people who are not too much into first-person shooters and competitive games of that nature. And people who also like to do a lot of gaming and productivity as well. Because I think if you don't want to play competitive games, you'd be better off just buying the singular G502 instead of buying a Logitech MX Master and something like a G Pro wireless as well. Now on to the people who it isn't for, and that is people who are left-handed. This mouse is not ambidextrous, so left-handed people might have a hard time using this. And people who hate heavy mice. I don't like heavy mice for gaming, I've mentioned that. However, with web browsing and productivity, it's just fine. Getting on to my final thoughts of this mouse, and I think it's one of the best mice that Logitech has ever made. I'm not a Logitech shill, I promise, I just really love their products. It feels great in the hand, the quality is great, and the wireless works flawlessly. The only thing I would take away from it is its micro USB connector. I wish that was USB-C, but other than that, I cannot find a thing to fault it for. And it often goes on sale for around £50 at Amazon, which is an incredible steal. And even the wired version, the Hero, goes for around 30 quid on sale, which I'd say that's an absolute steal as well if you can do without the wireless technology. Other than that, I don't think there's much else to say, so if you like this video, like it and stay subscribed for more tech content because I have a lot coming out over the summer, and I'll catch you in the next video.